Hello, Capricorn. Thank you so much for checking out your October 2020 tarot reading. Please remember this channel is pretty new, so it needs all the support it can get. If you could remember to like, to comment, and subscribe, as well as check me out on Facebook at claire.voyant.queen, as well as Instagram at claire.voyant.queen, and Twitter at _Claire_voyant. I would greatly appreciate it. I have so many Halloween goodies headed your way, and I cannot wait to share them with you. Please remember these messages can be vice versa. This could apply to you, but this also could apply to your partner. This could apply to literally anyone around you. Please also check out your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus for more messages and more content, but I cannot wait to get started. Thank you so much. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your October 2020 tarot reading. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. We're going to jump right in here. I'm going to be using two different decks today. I have the Romance Angels deck for the preliminary pull, and then I'll also be using the original Rider-Waite deck to do the third pull and to clarify everything and bring everything back together. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Capricorn. I keep seeing the sign for Saturn because Saturn is currently, I believe, retrograde in your sign right now. And it's really putting everyone, not just yourselves, but everyone under a lot of stress. But you could be experiencing it considerably more heavier than we are. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Okay. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Capricorn for October of 2020. Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn. Oop, there we go. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. What else we got? We have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, which actually just came up, I believe, let me think about this. I believe that just came up in Leo, I want to say. I could be wrong. I think it was a fire sign. So you might have a fire sign, fire placement in your chart, or your partner might be a fire sign. And last but not least, we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Wow, this is really beautiful. I really like this. So we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, probably towards this new individual, this new love, right? This new interest. And we also have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Part of me feels like you've been healing your family issues, and that's why this new person has kind of come in here for you. But let's kind of explore with some animal spirit cards, and we'll go from there, guys. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn. Yeah, they're really not letting that that Saturn, the astrological sign for Saturn, go. I keep seeing it. This might have something to do with Saturn. You know, Saturn really wants us to be our most authentic selves. And so when we become our most authentic selves, sometimes Saturn will leave us with like a parting gift. So this new love interest could be a parting gift because you've been doing a lot of work on yourself. That's what it feels like. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Okay. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Ooh, a tiger. Okay. Let's give it one little shuffle here. Capricorn, October 2020. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's see. Capricorn, you are the nightingale. Okay, ooh, I already see where this is going. This is so exciting. Your partner is the buffalo. I haven't seen this card in ages. I even forgot the buffalo was in this deck, which is kind of crazy. In your emotional connection, we have the gazelle. And then in your physical connection, we have the earthworm. Yep, this is a new romantic interest. This is a really great romantic interest from what it looks like, too. I really enjoy this. Let's see, we have 2 elements of fire. We got 2 elements of earth here, and we also have an element of air. But let's go ahead and start reading what we have here. The nightingale. The fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. The simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. This is coming out because there's a need to communicate, right? There's a need to, what does it say? Express your love, right? Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it looks like you have your eye on someone new, right? New love, new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and it feels like you haven't necessarily approached them, or you haven't been vocal, and you haven't essentially expressed what you need to express. And so the universe is really telling you, communicate, communicate, communicate. The universe is really kind of nudging you to go forward and do that, which is really fun. They're giving you the green light here. This looks really great. Let's keep going with the buffalo. Again, I haven't seen this card in ages. I don't even remember what it means, so this is kind of new for both of us here. Let's see. Okay, well, spider, horse, that's not right. Okay, buffalo. Grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time. And may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. Wow, that's really beautiful. The energy that I'm kind of getting, this could apply to your partner. It could also, I feel like, apply to you here. I really am getting the impression that there was some sort of healing done with past family trauma or childhood trauma here, and that's really allowed you to kind of enjoy this new experience, right? This buffalo card could be suggesting essentially that almost like reflecting on that experience, reflecting on that trauma, reflecting on that healing, you're kind of like, wow, like that was like a misfortune, but I really wouldn't be where I am if I did not experience that today, is kind of what it feels like. So you could be reminiscing about this, or it could be that your partner is actually maybe going through some hardships right now, but they're trying to keep their hopes up, trying to keep everything really positive and really light here, which is really great for everyone. But let's keep going with this gazelle and your emotional connection. The gazelle. heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace, with every move this awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. This is kind of always my card of like red alert, red alert, red alert, like pay attention, right? And so it kind of feels as though you might be hyper aware of each other. You might be hyper aware that one person is interested or both people are interested, or like vice versa, or something along that line. But I almost feel like you have a heightened awareness of each other and of each other's presence and each other's company, which is really great to see. And it's also, really like asking you to really enjoy this moment fully, right? It really kind of, we've been through all of this past trauma and all of this past pain to really kind of like grow from it. But now that we have the growth, now that we're experiencing the abundance, really take your time out to really enjoy this new connection, enjoy whatever's kind of flourishing here, which is really beautiful. And also express it. I keep wanting to say that. Let's go with the earthworm and the physical connection. Earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field, right? We have a newbie or novice, right? And we have new love here. So that's why this earthworm is coming up in the physical connection. Probably because you guys, I'm getting the impression that you don't know each other, or that you have not known each other, or this is like someone you're kind of meeting for the first time. It feels like you really don't have a past with this individual. This feels like a very, very new connection. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt the earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. So yeah, this is all about the relationship being relatively new. It's not necessarily that there might be a little bit of a lack of self-confidence in terms of like approaching this person or this person approaching you. But it does feel like a very, very new, beautiful connection. And it feels like you might both have had some kind of past pain and trauma, but that's ultimately kind of what's really bringing you together, which is really cool. But I see it as a new connection. I see you guys being hyper vigilant of each other. And I think all you have to do is really express what you need to express and say what you need to say. But this looks really great. Let's also go ahead and read the tiger in the overall connection. And we will pull some tarot. Let's see here. I love the tiger card. It's one of my favorites. The lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour. And the tiger takes advantage of these bonds. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. How beautiful is that, right? When this card always appears for me too, I always think about the tiger essentially hunting at night. It's very stealthy. It's very sensual. It's very sexual, right? It feels like there's a lot of watching, right? We have two things right here. This is interesting. We have predator and we have prey, right, of the tiger and the gazelle. Probably more so like a lion, but we kind of have like a little bit of a predator-prey dynamic here. And we also have a predator-prey dynamic with the nightingale and the earthworm. So pay attention to that. Someone essentially could be kind of like being the dominant one in this relationship, kind of taking the lead. I'm kind of getting that might be you. That might be you, Capricorn. But you really kind of need to express what you need to express here in order to get this off the ground, in order to get it going, is what it feels like. Let's pull some Rider-Waite and we'll go from there, guys. Ooh, this is just fun. I like this. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Okay. Feels nice and shuffled. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Capricorn, October of 2020. Ooh, okay. 5 of Rods in reverse. I almost said 5 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. Tell me about Capricorn for October of 2020. Okay. Capricorn, in your present situation, we have the 8 of Cups. In your partner's present situation, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. In your past connection, we have the Devil. Interesting. In your present connection, we have Judgment. In your future connection, we have the Lovers. Holy shit. Holy shit. Do you see that? Do you see that? Holy crap. Wow. I'm pretty spooked here right now, I have to say. Okay. We're going to start over here because there's a lot going on. So we have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy, right? Which is yourself, Capricorn. We have Judgment energy, which is sometimes affiliated with Scorpio. And we have the Lovers, which is very affiliated with Gemini, right? What's more interesting to me, though, is that we have the Devil and the Lovers, right? These two cards are essentially synonymous with each other. The Devil is number 15 in the major arcana, and the Lovers is number 6, right? When we add the digits of 15, 1 and 5, we get 6, which is the number of the Lovers, essentially. These cards work in tandem, right? These cards are connected. These two individuals that are chained in the Devil are the two individuals that are under the Angel in the Lovers, right? And so when we experience one, we really need to be able to talk about the other as well. And I think for these to kind of come out the way that they did, especially together, one being the past, one being the future, is incredible. It's really incredible. And I'm really shocked that this happened in that way. But it looks like in a past connection, either in this connection, I'm really not getting the fact that it's this connection. I really do get the fact that it's a different connection because this feels very, very new. This feels very, very fresh. This does not feel tied to this Devil energy. This is someone or something that essentially is experiencing like temptation. They're experiencing addiction. They're experiencing obsession. There's this kind of like chained dynamic, right? These two people, not only are they chained to the Devil, they're chained to themselves, right? So this card heavily, heavily, heavily talks about soulmate connections. It talks about someone that you are massively energetically connected to, right? And it might not be in a very healthy way. It feels like you're bound and tied to someone and you don't necessarily know how to escape that energy, but it's pretty potent shit. It looks like in the present moment we have Judgment, right? This is one of the final cards of the major arcana. This is 20, and then it would go to the world, 21. So this is almost closing out a cycle, right? And judgment essentially is the final big judgment day, the big yes or no, right? And essentially what it refers to is essentially it being upright is you essentially responding to the universe, right? The universe has kind of guided you through the situation. They've given you all of the tools that you need to complete it, and they're trying to help you raise your vibrational energy. They're trying to help you make the right choices along the way. And this tells me that you're listening. This tells me that you've listened, you've kind of almost examined the situation for what it is. You've learned your lesson and you're ready to kind of put it to bed, right? You're ready to make the final decision and kind of like, they're showing me like staking a vampire. Like when you stake something, it has like almost like this like it has like this very defiant kind of like boom done kind of energy to it. So it might be essentially like staking this devil energy, right? We finally like we've surpassed this devil energy. We've been unbound, we've been unchained, and we are free. Look at how happy they are, right? They're kind of looking up and they're happy, they're rejoicing, right? So this is telling me that you've really done a lot of internal work, especially with that healing family issues card, right? And you're kind of listening to the universe and you're exactly where you need to be. In the future outcome, we have those same individuals in the Devil card in the Lovers, right? And because this is in reverse, it's telling me there's a breakup, right? There's telling me there's a really powerful soulmate connection, a really, really powerful energetic tie to someone, and we're actually releasing that. We're stepping away from that, right? Which is really great to see because it feels like that temptation that you did have was way too magnetic and way too powerful, and it felt really painful. I really don't like it. But this essentially is kind of this energy of walking away, right? Of walking away, which is really beautiful to see. I'm really happy for you. That makes me really happy. Whew! Wow, that was a lot. That was heavy. Okay. Interesting. This is like wild to me. You pulled all three of those major arcana. That's incredible. Okay, so in your present moment, right, we've kind of emotionally stacked our cups, probably from this really, really heavy magnetic connection. We've almost like organized our emotions, organized our thoughts and feelings, and we're kind of stepping away from the physical world and we're going to a little bit more of a spiritual world, right? We're going internally, we're isolating a little bit more. We're listening to our subconscious, which is really why that judgment card's here, right? Because when we go internally and when we really listen to inner wisdom, we can hear what the universe is trying to tell us, right? So that's really beautiful to see that you've kind of almost like gone a little bit more internally. And now they're kind of asking you to now be a little bit more external, right? You've been through the fire, you've been through the flames, and now they're kind of asking you to like come out just a little bit, come out of your shell just a little bit and really express what you need to express, say what you need to say. Your partner over here has the Knight of Swords. They could have an air placement that could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And essentially, the Knight of Swords in reverse, this is someone who very, very in and out energy, not very committal. They'll be there 1 minute, they won't be there the next. They'll be there 1 minute, they won't be there the next. Because it's in reverse, essentially it's going to be a little bit illogical, a little bit, they're not going to communicate as well, they're not going to be thinking as well, they're going to be a little bit slower, a little bit sluggish. But they still have that same in and out energy. It's really not a great energy to be in, I have to be honest. But it could be because of this Buffalo card. They could be kind of a little bit on their own spiritual journey right now, because this Buffalo card really talks about hardships and really seeing the best in bad situations. So they could be kind of experiencing a bad situation that they're trying to see the best in it, which is kind of what's resonating for me right now. This, again, I want to clarify this because I don't want any confusion. This reading up here is this connection, this relationship is not the same as this relationship. This is where you've come from, Capricorn. This is a new connection that's coming in, whether you've experienced it or not. That's what's happening. And then over here, as an overall connection, this is right. This is the five of rods, five of wands, and this is conflict energy. This is fighting, right? There's a lot of commotion, there's a lot of agitation, there's lots of anger, there's lots of like combat going on, right? It's a fight, right? And because the five of wands is in reverse, we kind of don't have the energy to fight anymore, or the fight is over, right? It's kind of ending. It's like diffusing, it's falling out, right? So it almost feels like there was like a fight or something along that line, probably within this connection. And Capricorn, you're actually walking away from that fight, walking away into a much healthier energy. This is really beautiful to see, guys. I'm so happy for you. It feels like you've kind of gone through a really rough period, but there's this beautiful gift that you're being given, and I absolutely love it. Capricorn, thank you so much for checking out your October 2020 reading, and I'll see you in November. Thanks so much, guys.